Live from the Mid-American Truck Show in Louisville, Kentucky, this is Road Dogg Trucking News with Mark Willis.
Hi, drivers. Hey, I want to welcome you back. We're rolling into hour number 3 at the Mid-American Truck Show. Yeah, we're live, and thank you very much for joining us on the program. You know, I mentioned this leading up to the event, that we're going to be here right on through Saturday. We're going to be back here again tomorrow. Casey Phillips and I will be back on Friday. And then, of course, we got great weekend programming in store. Mr. Dave Nemo is going to be here on Saturday, along with Jimmy Mack. Helen Voya will be here as well. So we got a really great lineup for you that's going to be stepping in as we go forward here. Thank you very much for joining us on the program. And, yeah, it is the Mid-America Truck Show. It's open. It's underway. And a lot of folks are certainly coming in. And, man, we're real excited about this. Crowds are really looking good here at the show. We're expecting a lot more people to come in here tomorrow. And then again on Saturday, a lot of folks are going to be heading into the weekend on Friday. And, you know, it's going to be a chance for them to maybe start the weekend and come on by. Maybe folks are on vacation. Which I do know happens quite a bit. A lot of folks will take that vacation time and will come and visit the show. And, you know, one of the major themes we've been talking about during the first 2 hours on the program today, it has been dealing with the technology side of the trucking industry. It is here. It is big game. It is big money. And it's all about safety and big efficiency for you. And it's great to have a new voice on the program to talk about this. Yoav Amiel is on with us with RXO out of Charlotte, North Carolina. And we're going to talk about this technology milestones that a company has been announcing. And, sir, it is good to see you today. How are you?
Well, I'm great. First, Mark, thanks for having me. First, it's my first match show participating in, and it's very impressive. And we have tons of people here and a lot of good traffic to our booth, so very impressive.
Now, where's your booth? Tell folks.
Oh, the booth is here in the north wing. The number of the booth is... Oh, I don't remember the number. It's 13236.
Okay. What can folks expect to see at the booth? What can they see?
Yep. So first, maybe a little bit of background about RXO.
Okay.
So RXO is a tech-enabled transportation company, and we have massive capacity and cutting-edge technology. That means that we have that rare combination of years of transportation experience together with the best-in-class technology. And we build this platform named RXO Connect that brings shippers and carriers and drivers and owner-operators into one platform to collaborate.
You know, and this is the wave of the future, right? Talk about the big technology announcement that you guys had this week. Some big news here.
Yeah, thanks for mentioning that. So overall, we just announced that we passed the 1 million downloads of RXO Drive.
Oh, wow.
So what does it mean? What is RXO Drive? RXO Drive is our mobile app. It's part of the RXO Connect platform, and it allows the owner-operators and drivers do their day-to-day operations. They have everything in there. They can search for load, they can book load, they can negotiate online, upload documents, assign loads to drivers. Everything is available at their fingerprint.
You know, and that's what people want, right? They want that instantaneous, I've got to have this information now.
Right.
Correct?
I think one of the benefits, when you talk about technology and data, we have more than 10 years of data, and we apply a lot of machine learning into that data. Meaning that, just as an example, we build a proprietary recommendation engine. So instead of the owner-operator or the driver to search and filter and to go to multiple load boards, they could just log in to RXO Connect or RXO Drive, and immediately the system matches them with the right loads. And if they're interested, they can even be pushed to them to their phone or their email.
Okay, absolutely. Can it be utilized by the drivers, say, in a regional area or over the road, cross-country?
Cross-country,
all of the above?
All of the above is available. We have thousands of loads available through the platform. So if they keep using the system and leveraging the different capabilities that we bring them, like we have a capability called Plan Next Move. So even if you're already on the road from point A to point B, you could already book your next load. So you minimize your idle time, you minimize your empty miles, and it's a win-win.
You know, you hear that phrase, empty miles, quite a bit out there about how a lot of drivers have got to go from where they're dropping off a load and they got to go empty to get to the next destination. But I think it's becoming really more technology-based where it's cutting down on that deadheading, those empty miles, right?
Right.
And seeing fortunes change that way. The drivers have the reassurance of knowing that, hey, they don't have to go back with a deadhead situation. What kind of feedback you get?
Right. So it's still there, but we are trying through technology to minimize that. And again, if you look at these proprietary algorithms that we have, when you leverage that machine learning, artificial intelligence to actually think ahead and present to the driver all the opportunities. And of course, they can choose from that, but it saves them the time. Instead of reaching the destination, then scrambling around and trying to find something, they already booked for the next one.
You've gotten a lot of feedback from drivers about a reward program. Are they saying, okay, we want a reward program? Show us what you got.
Absolutely. So we have RXO Extra, which is a combination of our rewards program together with our digital marketplace. So from reward program, the moment you log in, the moment you sign in for the system, and by the way, it's totally free. The moment you register, then you're automatically signed to our rewards program. And the more transactions you do, the more loads that you book through the system, you go up the tiers from silver to gold to platinum. And the more higher you go in the tiers, you actually get more benefits. Just example, you could get a fuel discount, you get maintenance, tires, technology, lodging, a lot of discounts, and even we give them credits, meaning it's like free money. We give them, hey, you have $50 credits. The next load you book with us, you can apply this credit and you get that free money.
What is Choice Fleets? What does that mean?
Well, Choice Fleet is our program to offer the drivers the trailers, and we take care of all the cost associated with that. So in today's economy, sometimes it's a little bit difficult to own your own truck, and this way they can focus on driving, focus on selecting the right loads that fit them from destination and from pay perspective, but don't have the hassle of owning a truck.
You mentioned 1 million downloads,
yes,
which is just amazing.
Yeah.
When you think about that, about how drivers have embraced the technology, they want to see it, they want to be able to experience out there. That's got to be a really proud moment for you.
Yeah, it is. It is. Seeing that, it's like a child born and then it's growing, right? And it's going by its own. It's like by the way, it's like a snowball, because the moment you get the word of mouth and people are using it. By the way, I had some very interesting conversations with fleet owners at the booth, and they're totally excited about our offering, and I have multiple drivers downloading the app and using it. They can assign the load to the driver automatically. They will get a push notification. So seeing that happening and that growth that is happening quarter over quarter, yes, it is a proud moment.
How do you take it to the next level? What is going to be the growth process going forward?
Right. So, by the way, we are releasing more functionality on a bi-weekly basis. So we continue to innovate and add more and more capabilities. And the main focus that we have is to bring value to our drivers. Because if we don't bring value, they will not appreciate it. So we make sure that everything that we bring, we have researchers that sit with drivers and show them potential capabilities. They evaluate, they give us feedback, and then we deploy it. And we even have a very smart deployment mechanism that can do an A/B testing. So you could have one functionality to a subset of the drivers and another functionality to the other subset. And this is, you can compare what is more used and benefited for the drivers.
Now, say, for example, that I'm a fleet and I've got 5 trucks here, there, everywhere. And say, would my drivers be able to tap into the same accounts? Say that maybe 5 or 10 trucks are there. They want to be able to access our RXO's load board capabilities out there. Do they need separate accounts, or can they do that all in a row?
So each one of the drivers will have their own login, but it's associated with the same company. So a dispatcher will see all the drivers and all the trucks. They could actually find the loads for them and assign them the loads. And the app is smart enough, so it has like access rights, meaning if you're only a driver and you're not actually looking or booking loads, you will not have that functionality enabled on your app. And only the owner-operators will have that.
You know what's amazing to me is the fact that when these loads are posted, and they're posted 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 round the clock, is that how does the technology keep up with the rates? Is there specific algorithms that will determine the rates on those loads? It's always been a fascinating subject to come up with that amount of data so quickly that it's right there. How does that work?
It's a great question because overall, yes, we have, again, a machine learning engine that knows how to calculate the prices for every given point in time.
Okay.
So in many ways, you could log into the system and see one price now, but if you log in 5 hours later, it could be a different price.
Absolutely.
So it's like a stock market, right? The prices go up and down. We take into account a lot of inputs. One is, of course, our historical information.
Right.
So all the years of data that we have that embedded into the engine. In addition, we take external indices, things that we can inject into the system. And third, we take into account all the bidding and all the things that are happening in real time into the system. And the beauty about machine learning is that it learns over time. So it automatically corrects and takes the right path.
Can, if folks say wanted to run, say, a particular lane, like Interstate 35 as an example, or Interstate 5 or Interstate 4 in Florida, can they make the determination on the load based on the highway? In other words, can they look at the lane of traffic saying, I just don't want to run Interstate 35, I want to run Interstate 4, and I'm just using that as an example. Can you customize the use of what you guys are doing based on the lanes of use?
Well, they could filter according to zip code and destination and everything. We don't imply or tell them where to drive, right? It's their choice at the end. But they can filter with many, many parameters and make sure that they actually get what they want. Keep in mind, we have that recommendation engine. They don't even need to filter. They just log in. Immediately, they have the most, let's say, 20 or 30 relevant loads. Of course, if they want, they could search through the thousands of loads. If they're interested, they can do that. But we offer them immediately the things that are most relevant for them. And we see from the performance, from the actions from the drivers, that they actually pick the ones that we recommended.
Oh, wow.
It means that our engine gradually learns them. Right, it's doing the right thing.
Oh, my goodness. All right, got to get ready to wrap it up. And Yoav Amiel is on with RXO. He's based out of Charlotte, North Carolina, talking about the technology that is involved here and the ability for drivers to be able to go in and pick and choose, make a determination as to what loads they want to go, run on, pick or choose. That's the whole name of the game, is being your own boss out there and, making that determination as to what you want to do. Let's get the website out. Right.
That's very important. So if you can go today and either download the app from iOS or Android, just search for RXO Drive, or you could go to rxo.com or rxoconnect.com and just register. It's free, and immediately you will get thousands of loads available for you.
Outstanding. Sir, thank you.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate you joining me on the show.
Thank you.
I'm going to break for a few minutes here. Stay with us. We got a whole bunch more coming up. Ingrid Brown's coming up around the corner. We'll be right back right here on Sirius XM 146.
You'll be at my show, watching, waiting, commiserating.